Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. It's 11 a.m. It's the 27th of February, and Bitcoin is ripping. I hope you all had a great Monday. I hope you also watched the stream yesterday when I gave you my target of $61,000 on the stream, and I bet nobody in chat believed a word I was saying. So what we're going to do today is we are going to go through all the gossip about Bitcoin. We're going to give you our indications of where we think we can go from here. We've got some news about Solana, we've got some news about Cardano and Coty, as well as talking about the miners. And as you can see in the bottom right hand corner, are we going to see the $60,000 target that I gave you on yesterday's show before we started to move? Before all of that, we are of course going to go through the markets, we're going to go through some X files, and we're going to do some shout outs. Now, most of you probably tuned in last night. Simple Signals, Brogan was on live. It was a good crowd, good number of people came on to see him, and hopefully most of you have recovered. I'm just going to refresh the app, make sure you're all here, and get on with the show. But basically, we have ripped 11% on Bitcoin in the last 24 hours. We are over $56,500. I cannot believe those words have just left my lips. So wherever you are, whatever you are doing, say hello in chat, and let's get the show on the road. I am in no rush today. Yesterday, I tried to get the stream done by 12 o'clock. Today, I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to see how the stream goes and talk you through everything, as well as giving you some price targets for Solana and for Cardano. Coty, we're just going to look at the project and basically see where we're going to go, because I think I'm going to put my bullish head on today. I think my bearish head has been put away for winter, and I think I'm going to be wearing my bullish head today. So where are we? Well, first of all, for the first time ever, the market cap is 2.13 trillion. That's the first time I've ever said anything over $2 trillion in market cap. We're up 6.7%. The volume, this is much more like it. I've been telling you for weeks, if not months, that once we start to see 100 billion, 90 billion plus in volume, that's when we know that the bull market is well and truly back. 110 billion in volume. Bitcoin dominance, we are going to look at that. And if you are an OG member of Crypto Warehouse, I have uploaded a video for you today in which I give you my thoughts on Bitcoin dominance, the Bitcoin pairs against Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. I've shown you the charts. Eric Balchunas has been dropping alpha left, right, and center on X, so make sure to check that video out. Bitcoin dominance is ripping. ETH dominance and every other dominance will just fade into non-existence for the time being. So Bitcoin is up 10%, but we've had some rippers today. Theta up 59%. Pepe, who we all thought it had gone off to hibernate for the winter, 54%. Pyth 31%. Stacks 26%. Too many to read out. We've had a huge pump in the last 24 hours. I'm expecting to see stable coins down here. Stable coins are indeed in the bottom, and thankfully we are seeing WorldCoin head back down again. I'm not a fan at all of WorldCoin whatsoever. Not a fan of the project, not a fan of the team. Sam Altman, not a fan either. Apart from that, the graph is down a touch, Singularity is down a touch, and then it is stable coins, and everything else is in the green. So the markets have been ripping. Let me know in chat what you have been watching. Take out meme marking cap from that 2.2 trillion. Yeah, but you're talking about Doge, you're talking about Pepe, you're talking about SHIB, you're only talking about taking 20 billion out. So it would still be 2.11 trillion. Meme coins don't account for an awful lot. So say hello in chat. Let me know where you're watching from. I am trying to keep on top of spammers. Good morning, Samir. Good day, Elian. Welcome to the stream. Zubi, you have an empty box. I'm very sorry about that. Unknown Breezy, welcome from Gambia. I hope you're doing well over there. Gold Wives, nice name. I hope you are doing well. Remember, this is a live stream. I am actually here. It is 11:05 a.m. It is the 27th of February. This is not a recording. Yarvimi baby, hello to you in India. Right, let's get on with some X-Files. These are snippets which we don't really need to spend too long on, but are still newsworthy. First of all, into the cryptoverse. Ben Cowan over there. Ben Cowan likes nothing more than to make Bitcoin dominance videos. And he is like a pig in poo today because Bitcoin dominance is surging. And most of my video today was also on Bitcoin dominance. So it is doing the rounds at the minute. Remember, in the last bull run, Bitcoin dominance hit 70%. 70%. There's a long way to go in this market for Bitcoin to get from 53% to 70%. There's a long way to go. Bitcoin is going to go an awful lot higher than even I predicted. So just bear that in mind. Bitcoin dominance is going to rip. Maybe we're going to see 60% in the next few months. Michael Saylor, the greatest living dollar cost average human being alive. They've just bought another 3,000 Bitcoin for $155 million at an average price of 51.8K. As of the 25th of February, they now hold 193,000 Bitcoin, costing them $6 billion, but with an average price of $31,500. So they have dollar cost averaged in with an average price of $31,500. So they have made over $30,000, no, over $20,000 in profit per Bitcoin. He has made a small fortune, and it's only just begun. He was interviewed last week, and the lady interviewing him said, "When are you going to be selling your Bitcoin?" And he said, "We will be acquiring it forever." Remember, it's a store of value. Yaslav, hello from Morocco. I hope you are well. I have a God accent. Do I have a God accent? Or is it a good accent? I'm hoping you said good accent. We try. Now, I'm not going to poke fun at Gareth Soloway because he is 100 times the trader that I will ever be. But on February the 12th, he opened another short position on Bitcoin. Gareth Soloway has been calling for a $10,000, a $20,000 Bitcoin. None of those things ever happened. I'm showing you this because whoever you watch, whether it be me, whether it be Ben Cowan, whether it be Gareth Soloway, whether it be Michael Saylor, whoever you listen to, remember, listen to everybody. Get yourself a collection of ideas and see which ones you agree with and formulate your opinions based on everybody else's, not just mine. If I say we're going to go to $1 million Bitcoin in the next bull run, it should be your duty to go and decide how wrong I am or how right you will be in your eyes. It's not to believe every word that comes out of my mouth. So when Gareth Soloway stands there in front of his huge screen with all these wonderful charts, saying that the price of Bitcoin is going to go down, he's saying the price of Bitcoin is going to go down 2 months before the halving. There should be a dip at some point in the next couple of months, but we don't know where. Now, opening a short position on February the 12th, when the Bitcoin price was considerably lower than it is today, would have got him wrecked. But it's not to do with Gareth Soloway. It's the fact that a lot of crypto influencers are right most of the time. A lot of crypto influencers are wrong some of the time. You have to understand that. Gareth Soloway will be right 7 or 8 times out of 10. But the 2 occasions or 3 occasions where he's wrong, they would be the ones that will appear on X and people taking the mickey out of him. Good morning, Danny. Hope you are well. So first of all, let's move on to a bad day for the Bears. It was a bad day for the Bears yesterday. 182 million in crypto liquidated in a matter of hours as Bitcoin shatters the 26-month high. So anybody that was betting on the price of Bitcoin going down yesterday got wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. All the shorts will have been liquidated. Lots of people will have lost money, and it wasn't a good day to be a bear. It was a great day to be a bull. If you opened a long at, the 47,000 range that we were in not so long ago, you'd be up some considerable amount by now. And that's, 2020 hindsight is great. 2020 hindsight is, you can look back and say, well, that was going to happen. But I'm going to show you a chart in a minute which told us this was going to happen. So Bitcoin's big start to the week is triggered a massive amount of liquidations across the crypto markets. At the time of writing, Bitcoin is trading at 53.5. The article was only written probably 12 hours ago, and it's already out of date. So Bitcoin was at 53.5. Ethereum, remember I said if Ethereum breaks $3,000 and stays above $3,000, I will eat my hat. We're a long way above $3,000 right now. If we hold it, I will eat my hat. But I still think we have some downside to come, especially if the ETF is rejected. Remember, that's a lot of the price action to do with Ethereum is based on the potential for an ETF in May. Is that going to arrive? Who knows? So according to crypto data aggregator, 182 million were liquidated across various different platforms. The founders, Jian and Yan, who share the handle on social media platform X, says that Bitcoin is gearing up to break out of its multi-week range with 57,000 its target before all-time highs. Momentum is moving up strongly. All sales are set. Next is 57 to 58,000 before all-time high. According to the analysts, all-time highs may come sooner than most people expect. Bitcoin, I have no idea why we're pumping, but I'm all for it. Expecting Bitcoin to still outperform the majority of altcoins through the short term. Now, this is, again, I'm not going to go and drag up X to show it you, but Eric Balchunas pointed out that yesterday was the largest volume in Bitcoin ETF history. It just about topped the opening day. Now, 2.4 billion. That's trading volume. That's not just buying power. Some of that will be selling. I covered it in my video today. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but Bitcoin has been broken by the ETFs. The volume coming in is not coming into the entire crypto market. These ETFs are being bought on spot, yes, but they cannot be diversified into Ethereum. The money is in an ETF, and traditionally the money would have come into Bitcoin. Bitcoin would have shot up to $56,000. People would then profit take to Ethereum, Cardano, Solana. They're not going to do that this time around because the money's not there. You can't call BlackRock and say, can you sell my $100,000 of Bitcoin and buy $50,000 of Ethereum and $50,000 of ADA, because those ETFs don't exist. So what we've seen is we're going to see a divergence from the way we've worked traditionally, where the profits from Bitcoin trickle down. Now we're seeing Bitcoin just being scooped up. And you've got to ask yourself, where is the money coming from to pump the markets over the next 2 years? Where is the money going to come from to bring in all of these new all-time highs? Because the ETF money is staying as ETF money. So he doesn't know where the money is coming from. I know exactly where the money is coming from. It's coming from the ETFs. Now we have 2 charts I want to show you. The first one I'm going to show you is a video I shared today on the video I made for the OGs, and that is the Bitcoin dominance chart. And had I spotted this earlier, we would have been able to have seen this pump. So let me just bring this into range for you to see. So this is the Bitcoin dominance. It's 53.5% right now. So the entire crypto market of 2.1 trillion, Bitcoin accounts for over 53% of that amount. That's what the Bitcoin dominance is. Now, look what happened. It has its own moving average. We fell below, we came back up, we tested, we bounced. Now, look what happened down here on Sunday. This was Sunday before this pump. The Bitcoin dominance came all the way down to the very bottom of its support band and then absolutely rocketed. So to break out of this range, we need to break we need to get to 54% Bitcoin dominance. That's what we need to do. So we could have seen this coming had we looked at this chart, but we didn't look at this chart because it was a Sunday and I wasn't streaming. But if we had, we would have said we've got two options: we break down or we shoot up. Now, we were never going to break down because last week the descent was caused by the sell-off of the Grayscale ETF. This week, and also last week was a 4-day week. This week is a 5-day week. We have clear sales. We have nothing to stop us this week. So I think we're going to shoot up. And one last thing I'm going to show you is just how high Bitcoin dominance can go in a bull run. And that is all the way up here. 73% was the last bull cycle. We're at 53%. So in the last bull cycle, at its peak, Bitcoin accounted for almost three quarters of the entire crypto market. So bear that in mind. Bitcoin dominance is something that you can monitor, and it is something that can give you an indication as to where the markets are going. Because once Bitcoin dominance starts to slowly fade and slowly drop off, that's when you start to get your alt season and your Cardano, your XRP, your Solana. All of those coins will start to pump. Now again, we drew this chart yesterday, and yesterday we talked about where are we going to go? Where are we going to go with Bitcoin? And I drew, as most of you are aware, I drew this bull pennant, which was kind of like this. I did delete a little bit of it. And I took this line and I put this line here, and it gave us a target up there of, I believe that's $61,000. And I said on the stream, I remember clear as day saying on the stream, I don't think we're going to get there anytime soon, but that is the next target for the next couple of weeks. And then immediately after the stream, we have gone over 50% of the way there. So 61,000 is the breakup price. This level here, this fib level here, this was my next target, which was about 55,000, 55.5. That was my next level of resistance. We smashed that. So although we should always expect to look for downward action, we should always look for where can we retrace to. I think we've got the level that we're going to retrace to, which is this range here. That's, I think, the range which is anywhere between about 51, let's call it 51 to 52.5. That's the range that we could come back into. But ask yourself, why would we retrace? The money coming into Bitcoin is coming from the ETFs. That's not going to stop. It's still going to keep coming in. So what is going to bring the price down? For me, it won't be bringing the price down. It will be slowing down the amount of Bitcoin being taken off the market. And the only way to do that is if the volumes coming into the ETFs drop, or the price of Bitcoin reaches a certain level where the physical number of Bitcoin is being reduced. So although it will still be 2 billion a day, instead of being 10,000 or 8,000 Bitcoin, it will be 3,000 or 4,000 Bitcoin. And then we might find equilibrium. But for me, at the minute, $61,000 is on the cards. I know the previous article talked about 57 to 58,000, and maybe it will be 57 to 58,000, but there's nothing to stop Bitcoin at this moment in time, because once the news starts to hit that the Bitcoin price is pumping, everybody's going to get on their phone and say, buy me some Bitcoin, buy me a Bitcoin, buy me half a Bitcoin, buy me $10,000 of Bitcoin. And that's the problem. The second problem is we haven't even started the bull run yet. We are in the bull run, but my definition of it starts kind of about 6 months after the halving. The halving is in April. So October is really when we should start to look at things start to happen. We're nowhere near there. So what price is Bitcoin going to be at come December next year, or December this year for that matter? We're going to be at $100,000. Are all these moon boys that have been talking about $100,000 by the summer, are they going to be proven right? Am I going to be the one that sat here saying it's not going to happen, it's too soon, we're not going to go that high because our top is only going to be $200,000? I could be wrong. Plan B, who predicts a $480,000 Bitcoin average price, is he going to be right? Who knows? I think we're going to go an awful lot higher, an awful lot quicker than many people, including myself, are expecting. And that's easy to say when we've just had a 5% pump in a day and we've shot up. But even so, if we were at $50,000 by the halving, I'd be happy with that. $60,000 by the halving, I would be ecstatic. But the halving is, just to give you an idea. Here we go. So for argument's sake, the halving is supposed to be somewhere around this blue line. Now, if you did this, for example, that's the move we've had in a relatively short space of time. If you do this, just to give you an idea, that's all-time high. So we've moved that distance. I know it's far more complicated than that, but if we just said, for argument's sake, look at the time we've got left and look at the movement we can do in a short space of time. We can move tens of thousands of dollars in Bitcoin in a short space of time. And we have all of this time left to find a price. So yes, there's going to be action. Maybe we do this. But look how much price action we can have in 2 months. You know, we could put in these kinds of patterns. We could be at 60, 70, 80,000 by the halving, having come all the way back down towards 50,000. So I'm not saying any of that's going to happen. I'm just saying we have such a length of time to make those moves that anything is possible. And I don't think sitting here and saying we're not going to hit 60,000, we're not going to hit all-time highs by the halving, I think that's wrong of me to say that. And again, there are reasons why we're doing that. And the reasons are there is this flood of revenue coming in from the ETFs, which are just moving Bitcoin to the point where demand has rocketed, but supply is starting to fall. So this supply shock that we have been talking about, we've done videos on the supply shock. We've shown you the amount of Bitcoin on exchanges. It's all going down. The supply is falling. The supply on exchanges is falling. And the demand from these ETFs, it's like a game of hungry hippos, and they're eating all the marbles. There's nothing left. So the only thing that can happen is the price is going to go up. If you've sat through the bull run and you hold one Bitcoin that you've paid $15,000 to $20,000 for, you should not be thinking about selling that Bitcoin today or tomorrow or April or June, because who knows what the price is going to be when we hit the end of this bull cycle. And then when we do hit the end of the bull cycle, we are probably going to see a shallow bear market, or a shallower bear market than we've seen, because the price will be considerably higher. You could be talking $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. My target obviously is $240,000, But we could see $400,000 Bitcoin. There's no reason at the current trajectory why not. And again, we spoke about Solana. When Solana was $30, we were talking about $50, $80, $100 Solana. People would have thought we were crazy. But it's not going that far ahead of where we were in the previous bull run. And we have so much more money. We have so much more money coming in than we did have. Retail now has access to it directly through their broker that they never had. That's why I am, as the days go by, more and more bullish on the Bitcoin price. And I'm bullish on other tokens as well, including Solana, including Ethereum, including Cardano. So let me drop a box. Cindy, $70,000 Bitcoin. Really? Well, look at the previous all-time high. We're at 69,000. 69,000 in the previous bull run, and you're gonna get retracements. But as I said on yesterday's stream, if we hit 70,000 and we get our 20% retracement, which kind of comes around the halving, that would bring us down to 56,000, which, believe it or not, is where we are now. So what we could do is move up to the previous all-time high, 70,000, 69,000, find resistance, because believe it or not, there'll be a lot of people who will sell at 69,000. The price will retrace. Maybe it does come down to 56,000. Yesterday, I think I said it would retrace to about 52,000 before then pushing on up. So that we don't go up in a straight line. We didn't go up in a straight line in the last bull cycle. We did have corrections along the way. We had 2 or 3 red weeks in the previous bull run. We don't just suddenly one day the halving happens and suddenly we go up and have green weeks for 18 months. That doesn't happen. If we get 8 green weeks on the trot, you normally get a correction. 7 green weeks, you get a correction. So we are going to get corrections along the way. It's how big a correction we're going to get. And the issue is, nothing's going to correct that badly when you have $2 billion a day being bought by ETFs. And even when that becomes $1 billion a day, even when it becomes $500 million a day, that volume of constantly draining Bitcoin from the market is going to swallow up all of our retracements. It doesn't mean we're not going to have them. It just means they might not be as deep as we expect. So I do see us hitting 70,000. I do see us probably coming back to 56 or 52,000. And then we go again. But again, we still have 2 months. We've got 55 days before the halving. And I mean, I said last week or the week before, I think we've gone too soon. But seeing the volume coming into the ETFs, I think I'm wrong. I don't think this is FOMO. I think this is the ETFs gobbling up the market. I am going to drop a box. Sereno, it may bounce from all-time high by halving and bull in October. Yeah, I think we might bounce off the all-time high. I think 70,000 will be a huge level of resistance. But the question is, how much is that resistance going to hold when you're getting 5,000 Bitcoin a day consumed? That's 25,000 Bitcoin in a week. That's a huge amount gone. You've got MicroStrategy buying more and more Bitcoin. You've got the ETFs buying more and more Bitcoin. At the end of the day, there will not be a lot left for the likes of you and me. That's the key. And then it's a question of how much are you going to sell your Bitcoin for? I will sell my Bitcoin when it is $500,000 a Bitcoin. That's when I'm going to sell my Bitcoin. And I'm not going to sell it before then. Now, if that's not this bull run, fine. All my alts I will sell when my alts have made 5, 10, 20x's. They're all going to be sold. Bitcoin, and maybe Ethereum, if Ethereum gets the ETF, I'm going to reconsider selling my Bitcoin and my ETFs. Maybe my Ethereum ETF, which I've got, or I will have, should I say. I've got the Grayscale ETF. I've got the Ethereum Trust, which should become an ETF, but I also hold Bitcoin and Ethereum. So maybe I sell one lot and keep the rest. Who knows? All right, so let me drop a box. Now remember where you are, wherever you are, in the bottom left-hand corner, you will see a little box that says fans. and you will see we're at 99,818. So that's the number of fans we have across our social platforms, which I'm not going to mention names of. We are probably going to break 100,000 today. And that's pretty good going, considering I thought that we were going to hit 100,000 by the end of February. So we've gone a lot faster than I expected, which is great. So if you can smash the like button, if you can give us a follow, that would be greatly appreciated. Now, moving on, because again, I know we're going to run out of time, and I know I said we would not care about the time today, but I don't want to keep you here for 2 hours. So will Solana reach $260 again? 5 experts share where it's going next. This is going to be fun. Now, before we get into this, let me bring up my Solana price prediction. Now, just for the record, I didn't read this article today or last night when I was putting the stream together, because I don't want to taint my own prediction of where I think we're going to go. So we have this line here, 102. That's $102. That's a good level of now support. As you can see, we did come down and we've bounced off it. So where are we going to go higher? My next target is $143. Not obviously, we're not going to go there in one go, but $143 for me. What I think is going to happen before I look at these predictions is I think we are going to do this. That's what I think is going to happen, because lots of coins have these trend lines. We've looked at XRP is a perfect example. XRP had a trend line like this for 15 months. In fact, we could probably bring that line a little bit further down to here. And yes, we were underneath it there, but still, we've been on here. It's followed the bull market support band quite nicely. It's done quite well. So I've got $143. Let's see what the experts say, because I'm not claiming to be an expert. So it's had a few wobbles. It's up 390% in the last year. We know about this. So Max Shannon from CoinShares has said, let's see, what price has he said? According to Shannon, has he given a price? Has he given a price? Have I missed the price? Or are these not prices? In a Monday blog post, Shannon pointed to Solana's developing on-chain order book system as a potential blow to dominant Ethereum. It's never going to happen. Ethereum is always going to remain the number 2 chain, at least in this bull cycle. Maybe in 6 years' time, Solana will have built itself out enough to challenge Ethereum. But for now, if you are a blue chip corporate and you are going to build a system, are you going to build it on Ethereum that stays up, has plenty of layer 2s to cope with transactions like Polygon? Are you going to build it on Ethereum and Polygon, or are you going to build it on Solana that hasn't managed to stay up for an entire year without going down? So if you're a bank or you're a financial institution, are you going to pick Ethereum, you're going to pick Solana? You're going to pick Ethereum. Much as I love Solana, you're going to build out on Ethereum or one of the Ethereum layer 2s, because it's safe and secure, and it's the biggest chain. It has the most liquidity. So as far as I'm concerned, Ethereum is the top dog, and it will take something special to remove it. So Maseries Kel said that the outages, of which occurred this month, investors are forgiving. We're now above $110. Does he give a price prediction? Does anybody give a price prediction? Early stage network outages should be expected. Transaction speeds have increased. Again, I mean, in the future, we're not going to see these outages. You know, when the internet first started, I had AOL, and AOL would go down all the time. Then I had FreeServe would go down all the time. But you expected it because the internet was new, and I had a 64K dial-up modem. It happens. And then the phone would ring and your internet would go off. So these things happen, but you don't see Cardano go down. You don't see Bitcoin. You don't see Ethereum go down. Solana needs to fix that problem. So again, no price prediction from there. Raoul Powell is, here we go. Oh, we got some prices. Solana will rise between $750 and $1,000 and will wind up the third place token in crypto behind Bitcoin and Ethereum. I agree with that. I think that you could see a $1,000 Solana at the end of the bull run. I don't think we're going to see a $1,000 Solana this year. I know Cryptos Arrows George said he was expecting a $1,000 Solana this year. That is a 10x in the year before the bull run, the main chunk of the bull run. I can't see that happening. I think if we could get to the end of the year about $400, that gives us a good run next year. So I think $750 to $1,000 is a good target. So VanEck have put a case together for $335 for Solana. That's triple its current price. So it's got a scenario where Solana will go as high as $3,200 or as low as $10 by 2030. What is the point of giving a 6-year price target that is between $10 and $3,211? How much do they pay these people in VanEck to come up with those prices? I think $335 this year for Solana would be a great return. That would 3x where we are now. That would be a really good year. VanEck said that Solana's likelihood of hosting the majority of the world's crypto transactions by 2030 is lower than Ethereum's. Absolutely. Ethereum is going to be the chain chosen by Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, Fidelity. When we get to the tokenization of real-world assets, that is somehow going to be built on the Ethereum blockchain. It is not going to be built on Solana. And that's why I think Ethereum is going to hold its value going into the long run. Despite its rally, Solana isn't halfway to its all-time high of $260. What has he said? Has he given a price? We see new all-time highs this year. So he's predicting a new all-time high this year. I don't know. I think if we get to 104, I mean, if we follow the trend, if we follow this trend, and remember, this is just an estimation. This is not something to base your boots on. By May, we should be at $144. Now, there is going to be a blow off top, so don't expect this to be 1,000% accurate. But if we follow that line up to all-time highs, funnily enough, we would be at the all-time high by December 2024. So that's a possible. Maybe we're at $260 by the end of the year. That is a possibility. And that's just following a very simple trend line. There is a fib level at the all-time high. So lots of things, lots of confluence there on Ethereum. And look, you are going to have these spikes. You are going to do this. You know, this is going to happen. So we're not talking about the top. We're talking about the kind of the trend line that Solana is sitting on. I'd be more than happy to see a $200 plus Solana by the end of the year. I think people need to remember just how high Solana is. It's already the 4th largest crypto in the world, behind Ethereum, Bitcoin, and BNB. We don't count stable coins. I don't count stable coins as crypto assets. They are stable coins. They are pegged to fiat. Right, let's move on. 11:39. I've not done too bad for time today. Cardano witnesses a surge in new wallet creation reflects the growing interest. Now, the issue that a lot of people have about Cardano is they expect it to move, and they expect it to move in ways which Cardano doesn't move. Cardano is very much like Charles. It's stoic, it's slow, not slow mentally, but slow in its build out. It does things in the right way. But one thing you never see Cardano do, and that is go down. Cardano doesn't go offline. Cardano has a proof of stake network that Ethereum is trying to copy. So Cardano has a lot of things done right, but it's really slow to build on. Really slow to build on. Anatoly had a go at it the other month. and Anatoly needs to keep himself to himself. He shouldn't be talking about other chains, in my opinion. But Cardano does things its own way, has an incredible community, has some good meme coins, it has some good DeFi platforms now. It is going to speed up, it is going to be connected to Arbitrum, it is going to have more connectivity than it has today. And Cardano is a big, not a big chunk, Cardano is about, I'd say about 6 or 7% of my total crypto portfolio. So it's got, I've got a sizable bag of Cardano because I think it's going to do incredibly well. And it's not a short-term hold, Cardano. Cardano will be 65 cents, 60 cents for the next year. And then you'll open up your eyes one morning and it'll be at $4. And then it won't move from $4 for another year. And then it will retrace to $1.50 and stay there for 2 years. Cardano is stoic, and it's not a coin that you're going to buy and see incredible returns on, but you are going to see good returns on, and it's a conservative as you can get for crypto is Cardano. And the number of times, I mean, Cardano gets called dead more often than Bitcoin. It's incredible. So there are now almost 4.6 million wallets on Cardano, of which 1.3 are staking. Now, that's incredible by anybody's standard. It's incredible. So just when you're building out a portfolio, just think about how you want your portfolio to do. Do you want to have a portfolio that can 100x? Because if you do, you need to look at coins that are in the tens of millions range. If you want a portfolio to 20x, you need to maybe look at coins outside of the top 10, outside of maybe the top 15. If you want a good solid 10x return, you want to look at coins in the top 10 of crypto. What I mean by that is, if Bitcoin is going to rip up trees and does a 4x or a 5x from here, Ethereum is more than likely going to do a 5 to 8x from here. Where are you going to see Solana? We've already said that $1,000 might be the top for Solana. That's maybe an 8x or a 9x. $50 billion market cap. So XRP comes in at 30, Cardano comes in at 22. So conservatively, could Cardano do a 10x? It could do a 10x. It could do an 8x. My price prediction for Cardano is still $5 to $8 in this bull run, depending on just how well this bull run goes. I do see a $5 Cardano. I do see the potential for an $8 Cardano, the same way that I still see $5 to $8 for XRP. But I'm more conservative than most. So what I'm saying is, if you want a portfolio to do 100x, holding Cardano or XRP or Solana isn't going to work for you, because there is no way on earth you are going to see an $11,000 Solana in this bull run. Not a chance. But if you come down and you pick, let me find a coin for you. So let's say Bonk. Now, in the peak of the bull run, SHIB hit a $40 billion market cap. A $40 billion market cap. Now, that would give Bonk a 50x if Bonk did that. And that's the 100 ranked coin doing a 50x. Portal. I didn't even know Portal was tradable. Maybe it's only just become tradable. Who knows? Portal. Again, where's that going to go? Look at the market cap of these coins when you decide where it's going to go to. Look at Say. Say is at 2.3 billion. Could Say go to $10 and give it a $23 billion market cap? Absolutely. So say could do a 10x, maybe even a 20x. But you can't expect, for example, you can't expect Near Protocol to do 100x from this price. You know, it's not going to be a $400 coin. It's just not, because that would give it a $400 billion market cap. It's just not going to happen. So when you're looking at these assets and how well they're going to do, take the market cap into consideration and think about where these coins are going to go. So Cardano, the development of it is 2024 is going to be a big year for Cardano. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. They have a major release. They have the tie-up with Arbitrum. They have great staking available. I think their rewards are down to about 3%, which is a good thing, because that keeps inflation to a minimum, if you like. So the fundamentals are strong, as it says here, for Cardano. And what would be a good price to get into Cardano? Let me show you. And remember, we've been telling you to buy these coins for May last year, maybe June last year, when we were down in the pits. So where is Cardano going to go to? Well, it's on its daily. Okay, we were in this downtrend. We were heading down to test the bull market support band. And then, like everything else, we've shot up 62 cents. Again, we were being asked by people, should you be buying Cardano at these prices? Absolutely. If you'd have picked up Cardano at 30 cents in October, you'd have doubled your money. So $1,000 in Cardano would now be worth $2,100 today. So even though it's not moved as much as others, it still has moved. And it's not going to move at the rapid rate that Solana moved, because Solana was playing catch up. It was connected to the FTX fiasco. Solana was, I think it even fell out of the top 10 for a while. Solana was just getting back to the price it should have been at naturally. Solana isn't like that. Cardano isn't like that. It's stuck at what it's doing. So we are going to move up. We are going to move up slowly. Again, look at what we've done here. This chart is really messy. Let's get rid of some of these lines. We don't need any more. We don't need to follow that downtrend anymore. Let's get rid of this. There we go. Now, look at what Cardano has done. It's come down. It's retested this fib level. So the next target for me is 67 cents. 67 cents for Cardano. I don't think we're going to break down, because this channel, we've been in it for a month. There's no reason for it to break down. So 67 cents, it's not huge. It's probably a 10% move to the upside for Cardano. You should be holding some Cardano. It does hold or it should hold a position in most people's portfolios. Not financial advice. Got to be very careful what you say these days. But it's not financial advice, but it should hold at least 5% of your portfolio. Now, the last thing we're going to look at, not done bad for time, 10 to 12. The last thing we're going to look at is Coty, whatever you want to call it. Now, I'm not going to do price action on Coty in terms of giving you a price prediction. But what I will do is very quickly show you what it is, because it's been in the news quite a lot. People are pointing it out. Let's see where we are. You know what? There's not too many spammers today in chat. But there are the usual suspects that come in every stream. And let's ban a few of these. So remember, if you've got any questions, ask them in chat. I do try and keep my eye on chat quite a bit, and I do try and see people saying things. So you see Nadia 420 comes into chat every single stream and just types nonsense into chat. There we go. I've got rid of a few people. You're welcome, CryptoBull. So, Coty V2 is a privacy-centric layer 2 on Ethereum built with a groundbreaking privacy tech that is fast, secure, and can run on any device. So again, let's make this a bit bigger so you can actually see what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go through everything on here. Let's have a look. Where was I going to show you? There was a link I was going to show you on here that I thought you might want to see. Where's it gone? There we go. Okay. So the team, always useful to look at the team. The reason is a lot of projects that we review on this channel, the team are not doxed. You don't know who they are. You don't know what they're doing. They just hide themselves. And the reason they hide themselves is, as I made a video yesterday about BitForex. BitForex, the CEO stepped down on January the 31st, and now they've run off with all the money and turned the website off. So you want to keep an eye on the team. So a fully built out team that shows you every single individual, and as well as showing you every single individual, you have direct links to their LinkedIn account. I'm not going to log in right now, but the point of the matter is, you know who they all are. That should fill you with confidence, a great deal of confidence. So for me, Coty, it's only got a $370 million market cap. The circulating supply is 76%. That's a good amount. I do think this project could run up. If you look at what's happened over the last 7 days, it was at 10 cents. So it's doubled in the last week or so. I would expect it to keep moving higher, probably touch $1 billion over the next few weeks, the way the markets are going. So this isn't financial advice at all. I might wait. If the market retraces a little bit today and this goes below 20 cents, I will be looking to get some Coty, however you pronounce it. But if it continues to go up from here, as I say all the time, there's always going to be another token. There's always going to be another project to buy into. You don't have to buy every project. And also, similarly, you don't have to kick yourselves. If you, for example, if you get a launchpad airdrop or an airdrop of a token and you sell it into Bitcoin, and you sell it into Ethereum, and you sell it into Solana, there's no point in looking back and saying, oh, you know, it's gone up 10x and I've missed out. The risk reward of smaller coins is that if it's a new coin, it can go in any direction. And there's lots of people that do this, and they say, you know, if I'd have held my SHIB, it would have been worth $100,000. Yes, it would have done. But if you sell into Bitcoin, if you sell into Ethereum, if you sell into Solana at these prices, your coins are still going to 5, 6, 10x over the next 2 years. So don't beat yourself up. A, if you missed it, don't beat yourself up. 2, if you got in and you get out before it spikes. As long as you don't sell to fiat, fiat's probably the worst thing to do in the market right now. If you've got coins on the Ethereum blockchain, sell to Ethereum. If you've got coins on the Solana blockchain, sell to Solana. That's how I work it. And again, if you're on an exchange, as most of you are right now, don't sit on the sidelines too long. If it's got a Bitcoin pair, sell it to Bitcoin. If it's got an Ethereum pair, sell it to Ethereum. That's how I would play this market right now. In a bear market, I would look at selling to fiat. In a bull market, I sell to Bitcoin. They're the differences. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Sell to a coin that is going to appreciate at the same volume. So Coty looks good to me. I think there's still room for it to grow. And have a look at it. Do your own research. Now, very quickly, I'm not going to go on a great deal about this, but the American government, for whatever reason, is trying to clamp down on miners in America, and the miners have taken them to court and won, basically, because the American government, for whatever reason, are being overly critical about crypto, overly critical about miners, and they're being unfair on them. So That's all you need to know, that the American government is not wholly on the side of crypto. And that's all you need to know about this. The mining companies, a lot of them are trying to work on renewable energies. We spoke the other week about would miners have the capability in the near future to build their own power stations, to build their own geothermal power stations, or even their own nuclear power station? That's all possible. If Bitcoin gets up towards $1 million a coin, and you can do $10 million a day in income, you're suddenly looking at 750 million a year minimum. So there is a lot of scope for potentially miners coming together, building their own nuclear power station and powering their own mining. That's a possibility. And then any excess electricity they've got left can feed back into the grid. So miners are being unfairly penalized in America at this moment in time. I think when there is a regime change in America, I think all of the attitudes towards crypto are going to change. And that is it for the news. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bring up the Bitcoin chart, and then we're going to have a bit of a quiz. There we go. Find trading view. Bring up the Bitcoin chart and we'll get going. 11:56. We've not done too badly today. What I will do, by the way, is I will go back and have a look at, maybe tomorrow, I will have a look at my CoinGecko $15,000 portfolio. That's what I think I'm going to look at today. Right, let's take off some of these lines. There we go. Okay, so there's Bitcoin 56.6. I don't see anything to keep us below 57. I think when the markets open in America, I think we could see an early day sell-off in about 3 or 4 hours, maybe an early day sell-off, come down to 55.8, or maybe even this line here before moving back up. Once the Bitcoin ETFs start buying, that is pretty much it. Look at all those beautiful spam comments in chat. Let's get rid of some of you. Jessica, banned. Anan, banned. Right then, so let's start with a couple of quiz questions. Let's jog some of your memories. Okay, give me 1 second to ask the question. Remember to enter or to play along. All you've got to do is type the question into chat and I'll give you a shout out. So when is the Bitcoin halving? Is it in April or June? Is the Bitcoin halving in April or June? I'll give you about 60 seconds to answer that question. So the Bitcoin halving, April or June? When do you think it is? Let me go and have a quick check in on. The good thing is, the more people watch the show, the more they will know the answer to these questions. When is the Bitcoin halving then? April or June? Most of you got that right. It is, of course, in April. As it stands, it's going to be about April the 20th, which is 420, by the way, for those of you that know anything about X and meme culture. Say heart, congratulations. Eagle Wings is here. Mish Luna is here. Can't read that name out. Steph, congratulations. Carlos, well done. Cyberpunk Danny, well done. All winners. Next question. User EA. Yes, you did well. Congratulations. You got it right. Next question then. And again, I'm going to give you about 60 seconds to get this question because a lot of people have lag. They don't get chance to see the question. So I'll give you about 60 seconds to answer. Okay, easy enough. Solana. Is Solana a layer 1 or a layer 2 blockchain? Is Solana a layer 1 or a layer 2 blockchain? All you need to do is type L1 or L2 into chat. Most people are going to get this right, I think. So we'll have one more question after this. That should be then about 12:05, and then we will close the stream for another day. Again, I'm trying to keep the stream as close to an hour as possible. I did say at the start of the stream that I wasn't going to track time today, and I haven't done, and it's been nice, but I obviously don't want to outstay my welcome. You've got lots of things to do today, so I'm not going to keep you too much. 57 people got that one right. Mago, Mandy, Rajesh, Tony. Well done. Well done to you all. Right, last question then. Oh, chicken quiz. Yes. So we'll have two more questions. War Master C pointed something out. So the chicken quiz is a quiz question where I ask a slightly more difficult question. We still give you 60 seconds, but the key is not to type the answer until the very end. So, hang on. Okay, there's only going to be 20 winners. The point of the chicken quiz is not to answer until the countdown is on 10 seconds. Because if you answer after 5 seconds and you give the answer away, everybody will copy the answer and then only 20 people will win, and you may not win. So, the question is, and remember, it's a person's name, so it has to start with a capital letter. I'm going to press go now. What is the first name of the founder of Solana? Only the first name with a capital letter. So, do not answer the question until there's 10 seconds to go. If you answer, the first person to answer becomes the chicken, and I will refer to you as chicken. Remember, it has to be a capital letter. So Carlos then typed Charles. Charles is a capital letter. And now, I know for a fact that I think that was a something to throw people off, which is quite funny. So everybody's typing Charles. So the art of distraction is strong with Carlos. Congratulations. So there's 18 seconds left. So now would be a good time to put the real answer. And remember, there's only 20 winners. And the answer has to be a capital letter. 3 of you have got it right. This is how we play the chicken question. Who got that right? No. Actually, I lied. 5 people, I think, got that one right. So, Sehar, Mandy, Sereno, and Everon. You are all correct. The answer was Anatoly. Anatoly with a capital A. You all won big that round. So congratulations. And remember, you can't keep typing it now. It's gone. There's no point typing Anatoly. The people that got the question right got the question right. So congratulations to you all. I will ask one last quick question, actually. There's so many people still typing Anatoly. So thank you, War Master C, for reminding me to do that today. And next time, you know it's Anatoly with a capital A. Okay, this is the last question. No more after this. It's now 5 past. I've got to go make another video yet for the rest of the day. Okay, easy enough question. What is CZ's number for FUD? What is CZ's number for FUD? Cannot say fairer than that. That's your last question of the day. I'm going to turn the stream off very shortly. And probably today we will have broken 100,000 followers. Probably today. I'm not 100% sure, but I think we might be there. What is CZ's number for FUD? Congratulations, 66 of you got the answer right. It is, of course, the number 4. Good morning, Emmanuel, and welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, the stream is ending now. We have been streaming since 11 o'clock. It's now 12:07. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a follow box, thank you box, whatever you want to call it. Sereno X, congratulations. Also, big thing to ask of you. Can we please ask you all to like, subscribe, follow the stream, press the heart button, whatever else you've got in front of you. You've been busy at work, Emmanuel. Not a problem. Not a problem. Life gets in the way of everything, doesn't it? Life gets in the way. We've got a lot of people that follow us who are stuck at work or watch from work. We understand. We understand. And we do try and stream at different times of the day. And Brogan on Wednesday, for example, will be streaming at 9 o'clock at night. So he will be streaming a different time to me. I'm going to stream at 11 o'clock every day this week, Monday to Saturday. 1 second, let me drop that box. Salvatore, I've just caught the end of your comment. Let me have a quick look at what that says. There we go. Finally available to watch another stream once a week, better than nothing. Absolutely, Salvatore, absolutely. And the thing is, we don't expect everybody to tune in every single day and watch every single stream. We do make videos about things. There was a huge rug pull yesterday that we've covered. BitForex got rug pulled. We've covered that in a video. We're going to make another video today. And, you know, the videos, the daily streams, just to keep up. If you miss a couple, it doesn't really matter. If you're catching 1 or 2 a week, you're going to stay up to date with crypto. That's the way I view things. So anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in. I will see you all tomorrow morning. I am going to make another video today and publish that. I will let you know on the relevant channels. So have a great day. Have a great afternoon. Enjoy work, Emmanuel. Enjoy your day off, Salvatore. And for the rest of you, take care. And let's see if we can get to 57 58,000 today.